Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. Well, the COVID-19 pandemic forced restaurants to close, shift from dine-in to carry-out, and reduce staff, reduce hours as well. The impact is far-reaching for an industry that employs more than 300,000 Hoosiers. Now, this week, the National Restaurant Association released some Indiana-specific results of a COVID-19 restaurant survey, and the numbers are staggering. Indiana Restaurant and Lodging Association CEO Patrick Tamm is here now to break down the results and also look at what might be next for the industry. Patrick, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Gary, for having us.
Let's get right to these numbers. They are amazing. About 1/3 of those surveyed here in Indiana say business conditions worse in August than in July. And again, 41% say they don't know if they'll be in business 6 months from now if things don't change. Did these numbers surprise you at all?
No, actually, these numbers, we've been forecasting the next 6 months as being harder than the last 6 months. There was really no surprise because we talked to our owners and are pretty in tune in terms of what they're facing on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. And it's very challenging, not just for owners, but more importantly and most importantly, the hundreds of thousands of Hoosiers that we used to employ.
Yeah. Some news late in the week, Governor Holcomb announcing that the state will go to level 5 statewide, essentially relaxing the restrictions that were in place. That will not be the case, though. Marion County, Indianapolis will not participate in that. Your reaction to that?
No, we were very thankful for Governor Holcomb's movement to stage 5. Realized, though, with social distancing, we're not truly going to be at 100%. So we still have some significant restrictions. We understand that, but you know what the governor said, though, which I want to make sure Hoosiers understood and heard him loud and clear, that businesses that practice the proper sanitation, disinfection, all those practices that we were required to do via state law, federal regulation as well. Restaurants that are doing that, taking the Hoosier hospitality promise, which they can do, and also is supported with the state through the Indiana Destination Development Corporation and the governor administration, but that people will vote with their feet on restaurants and all businesses that are taking proper protocols seriously.
Yeah, mentioned earlier, a group of about 15 restaurants, bars, nightclubs filed a suit in an attempt to challenge essentially these restrictions. Do you think that, how do you think that'll play out?
Well, we're not involved in that process or that lawsuit, but you know, our industry's been the hardest hit. And people are trying to find ways to debt service. People are trying to find ways to keep people employed. And also not face complete financial ruin. The hospitality industry is truly the industry of opportunity. We represent 8 out of 10 of our owners started out entry level. Women owners, minority owners, leaders, decision makers lead any industry in America. We represent truly an opportunity to actually achieve the American dream. Yeah. And that's the challenge where those businesses are not the typical business finance. They're financed off credit cards, personal loans. Their homes are mortgaged into their businesses. So when a business fails in the hospitality industry, it oftentimes means complete and utter financial ruin.
Yeah, I know you are on record as saying there needs to be some stimulus, some support from the federal government. No, there's a lot of talk of things on Capitol Hill right now. What do you think needs to happen, and do you think it's actually going to happen in an era when bipartisanship is really at a minimum? It
is at a minimum. Unfortunately, you know, we've had 6 months of government-ordered shutdowns in a global pandemic, which we understand. But we've only received 8 weeks of relief. Senator Young, which I'm proud that he's from the state of Indiana, actually has a bipartisanship piece of legislation called the Restart Act with a leading Democrat, Senator Bennett from Colorado. That is the true approach and the best approach for America, for Hoosiers, and we should be very thankful that a lot of those elements now are being talked about in a larger package, but Senator Young and Senator Bennett cooperatively in a bipartisan fashion already have over 54 plus signatures of other senators on that piece of legislation.
Okay, very quickly, Patrick, we're out of time, but quickly, you and I talked earlier, and you're seeing some positive activity in some of the suburban areas around the state.
Yeah, we actually see quite a bit of activity, whether that's at the Yard and Fishers, whether that's in Goshen, Newburgh, Indiana, outside of Evansville. Central business districts are very, very hit hard, not just in downtown Indianapolis, but also Fort Wayne, Evansville, South Bend, and other places, because all the cultural amenities, attractions, and so forth, and offices are not being utilized as they have in the past. Would encourage people to try to get back to their offices just for a couple days a week. Reintroduce yourself to your dry cleaner as well as your local restaurant.
Yep. Big story, big impact as well. Patrick Tamm, the president and CEO of the Indiana Restaurant and Lodging Association. As always, thanks for joining us. We'll be in touch.
Hey, thank you.